And I know Hansbrough a little skittish about getting too close with already one foul early in the game.
Well, had he gotten close there, he would have been posterized because Taylor went with strength on that finish.
Thompson short on the shot. Now it's Austin Johnson. Cade Davis, who can shoot the three but passes it up. Feeding that matchup. Lawson and Hansbrough defending. Green got a hand in there and that forced the steal. But a push-off call is going against Oklahoma, and it's going against Blake Griffin. So the two stars have a foul each. As we reach the first break, a jittery start for the Sooners, and Carolina is up 7-2. Well, we've got two Big East teams in the Final Four. That's what it'll be. Villanova and UConn. And Tom Izzo now 5-1 in regional finals and 14-2 in the tournament in the back-to-back games. When it's the second game up, you have that short period, less than 48 hours to prepare. A superb mark for Tom Izzo. And that Michigan State team is going to be the first team since Duke of '94 to play in the Final Four in its home state. Here's the lob by Lawson to Green.
But you make an excellent point about Tom Izzo and his staff, their ability to prepare their teams on short turnaround. And it's also a credit to the players to be able to be that disciplined mentally to get ready for another opponent on a quick turnaround. Says an awful lot about not only Izzo and his staff, but those players as well.
And that Duke team back in '94 had a starting guard by the name of Jeff Capel, who was on that Oklahoma bench trying to take the Sooners to the Final Four here today.
Well, if it's going to happen for his players, they're going to have to get contributions from some other guys. Here's Ed Davis, who's been outstanding off the bench for North Carolina as a point producer, rebounder, and shot blocker. There's Mr. Stat Sheet Stuffer there, Danny Green. He gives you a little bit of everything.
Well, he takes advantage off the foul call against Cade Davis, which was the 15th foul already on Oklahoma.
That's
only one on North Carolina.
That's a huge number because Carolina shoots 76% from the line as a team, so you don't want to give them any extra opportunities at that charity stripe.
And this is the largest deficit of the tournament so far for the Sooners. That is Davis. Lawson will throw it back in to Davis. And they're 0 for 4 from 3 so far, the Sooners.
Well, they're not getting high-quality looks there. They've got to look to drive the ball a little more and not be content to pass it around and then settle for a perimeter jump shot.
That's going to be Ed Davis. It's a second on Carolina, his first, and Oklahoma having a hard time. They've been shooting almost 60% for the tournament, but not so far tonight.
Well, that's a good opportunity there that Griffin shorthanded. But the other perimeter shots, Jim, has been challenged. Your shooting percentage goes down significantly when the shot is challenged. And North Carolina doing a really good job of getting a hand up on shooters here early.
Only 1 of 7. Juan Patillo is on the floor for Oklahoma. Number 12.
There you go.
Warren, and it was off his knee.
But that's the right idea, Jim, on ball reversal. In other words, when that ball goes from one side to the other, the defense is shifting, and that's a good time to try to penetrate off the dribble.
Green back to Davis. Blake Griffin defending. Over Blake Griffin, and it rolls in. Ed Davis off the bench with a basket. Now it's Blake Griffin. Reach in, stolen by Hansbrough. 4th turnover against Oklahoma. Lawson, pull-up jumper. Yes!
Beauty.
Double-digit lead already. Heels coming out hot. They lead it 13-2. Here in Memphis, off the Mississippi, we're actually off the banks of the Mississippi on the other side. North Carolina won its championship back in 2005 in St. Louis with Roy Williams. Now here is Warren getting past Bobby Frazier. Actually, Frazier collides with him, so it'll put the freshman on the line. Talked about earlier, Clark, about how players of the year from consecutive years meeting in the tournament. Best we can tell, it's Lou Alcindor of '67 meeting the University of Houston's Elvin Hayes, they met in the '68 Final Four after earlier that season meeting down in the Astrodome in the game of the century.
Yeah.
Houston won in the regular season, and then Guy Lewis's team met John Wooden's squad there in the